Come. Shalom. YAHAWASHI, YAHUSHUA, Brakathum. To all the brothers, Shalom. YAHUSHUA, to all the sisters. This is the Sabbath service. I am priest and officer. I B.O.W 1000. And to my right is priest and officer Mathumya 500. And we're going to be holding down the Sabbath service until priest and officer Ward gets here. It's a holy convocation, so we want to you go through the Sabbath service procedures. We're going to do the oil, the wine, read the Hebrew, and go through the 49 in the English. And with that, we're going to say Amajim to the men up here. Yeah, turn. I mean, so they go your faces. Water. Okay. So now, blow the shofar. Blow the shofar. Okay. Now we're gonna do the wine. Pass me a chalice. Water. The wine is part of the Sabbath service. All right.
Like Ashrabalos means to Israel.
Pass to me. Pass to that. Slaughter. Usually we get 30. Just us two. Now we blow the shofar again. Blow the shofar.
Okay.
Now scroll. Oh my God, I'm covering the scroll. So now we're going to say Admajim to the congregation. Sar, Rapanu Hakadam, and we turn and face the east. And we're going to send up the prayers in the Lashma Kadash for the holy tongue. We got it coming out.
Come. Lord's Prayer in the Lashma Kadash. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahawah. Malakutka. Kaba'ah. Batazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Baratazah. Kawab. Hayah. Bashamayim. Mathanawa. Chum. Cow. Yawab. Wasalakhlanawa. Kabawafnawa. Kabawafnawa. Wala'ah. Tabi'anawa. Banasaya one. Above. I My good. Right. Kayud. Look up. Amalakwa. Waha'ala. Wahatapara. Amun.
In the English. Our Father. Which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Prayer for the power. Yahawah. Ba'ashim Yahushua. Baba Kashor. Nathanawa. Hakap. Raka'ah. Kamatawah. Latahar. Hamatazariah. Hakap. Lahakwayum. Amathium. Hakap. Arakawah. Hatama'ala. The guard should. Ba'ashim Yahushua.
In the English, Yahawah.
Yahawah.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean
The
spirits.
power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of
In
Yahushua.
the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Blessings of Israel, bless Israel and the last one Kadash. Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
It's like YAHSHUA.
YAHSHUA.
Wahabayah.
Wahabayah.
Sapari.
Sapari.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
The water.
The water.
Amen.
Amen. Yahawah.
Yahawah.
In the name of
In
Yahushua.
the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of
In the
Yahushua.
name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Power such a blessings. Barakatah Yahawah.
Barakatah Yahawah.
YAHUSHA.
YAHUSHA.
Wamayaka Allah.
Wamayaka Allah.
Allahayim.
Wa'alahayim.
Sorry. Wa'alahayim.
Wa'alahayim.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Mutazabiyah.
Alawak Yahanna.
Alawak Yahanna.
Alawaki.
Alawak.
Hasarani.
Hasarani.
Akwatisayan.
Akwatisayan.
Akayayan.
Akayayan.
Waha Akwaki.
Waha.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua. Wa'alaman. In the English. Bless you, Yahawah.
Bless you, Yahawah.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angel.
And the angels.
Manager Yahanna.
Manager Yahanna.
The general.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahawah in the name of Yahushua.
Yahawah in the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 121, prayer in the last one for God. Asha.
Asha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Alahorim.
Alahorim.
Ma'ayon.
Ma'ayon.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Aizori.
Azori.
Aizori.
Azori.
Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemayon.
Shemayon.
Wa'aratisa.
Wa'aratisa.
Ayatun.
Ayatun.
Number what?
Number what?
Begalka.
Begalka.
Ayanawum.
Ayanawum.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawum.
Yanawum.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yagashun.
Yagashun.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Asharala.
Asharala.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Tizauka.
Tizauka.
Alya.
Alya.
Yamyinka.
Yamyinka.
Yawamon.
Yawamon.
Hashamas.
Hashamas.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Yagarak.
Wayarak.
Walayala.
Walayala.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Yakalra.
Yakalra.
Yashamor.
Yashamor.
Atnapashka.
Pashka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Yashamor.
Yashamor.
Taza'afka.
Taza'afka.
Wabawa'aka.
Wa'aka.
Ma'atur.
Ma'atur.
Alright, I will learn.
I will love. In the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence comes my
My
help?
help coming from the
My
Lord,
help coming from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
Do not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy
The
keeper.
Lord is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by
nor
night.
the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all
The
evil.
Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in
This time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Psalms 83, prayer in the Hebrew. Allahayim.
Allahayim.
Al-Damyalaka.
Al-Damayadaka.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takharash.
Wa'al-Tashakwa.
Al-Tashakwa.
Al-Kayahana.
Al-Kayahana.
Awayabika.
Awayabika.
Hama.
Yahama Yawan. Yahama.
Yahama.
Yawan. So sorry. Go ahead.
Yahama. Yawan.
Yahama Yawan. Sorry, that's my fault.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka.
Ya'ira Yamwa.
Yahweh.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'ai Tazawah.
Ya'atazawah.
Al-Tazapawunyaka.
Al-Tazapawunyaka.
Amorwa.
Amorwa.
Lakawa.
Akawa.
Wanakapidu.
Wanakapi.
Magoya.
Magoya.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
That's a call.
Yazikar.
Shum Yasharala.
Shem Yashua.
Agwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'ai Tazawah.
Wa'atazawah.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Wayat.
Warya.
Yakarafwa.
Yakarafwa.
Ahawya.
Ahawya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashima Alyam.
Wayashima Aliyam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagoya.
Ahagori.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Waimawan.
Waimawan.
Waimalak.
Waimalak.
Halasha.
Halasha.
Amishabi.
Amishabi.
Tazabor.
Tazabor.
Gamashawar.
Gamashawar.
Alawa.
Alawa.
Aimon.
Aimon.
Agabwa.
Aywa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labunya Lawat.
Labani Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha Lahum.
Ashalaham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sabah.
Sarah.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Banaka.
Banaka.
Wagashwan.
Wayashwan.
Ashamadwa. Ba'agun.
Ba'agun.
Da'ara.
Da'ara.
Agabwa.
Aywa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'adama.
La'adama.
Shayadumwa.
Shayathamwa.
Nadayat Mawa.
Dada Yahawah,
Ka'ira,
Kaira,
Wakaza Abba,
Kaza Abba,
Wakaza Abba,
Kaza Abba,
Wakataza,
Katazar,
Manai,
Manaa,
Kal Nasa Yakumwa,
Kal Nasia Kumwa,
Ashore,
Ashore,
Marwa,
Marwa,
Agarasha,
Agarasha,
Venomba,
Nawa,
Ah, Na'awa,
Agwa,
Alahayud,
Lahayam,
Alahayud,
Lahayam,
Sayadumwa, Kagagala, Kakwash,
Kakwa,
the Punny Wabaka,
Napani Rabaka,
Ka'ash,
Sa'ash,
Shaba Ira Ya Ira,
Area, Area,
World Color Haba,
Wakalahaba,
Kahalat, Dolahat,
Talahat,
Harayun,
Habayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Dawadatma, Basa Irika,
Basarika,
Wabasa,
Wasa,
Wapaka,
Pafka,
Baba Alum,
Babahalom,
Mala'ah,
Mala'a,
Panyahum,
Panyaham,
Kola One,
Palawan,
Why good,
Waya,
Bakwashwa,
Bakwashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Gabashwa,
Babashwa,
Why good,
Waya,
Bahawa,
Bahawa,
Adiyai,
Adiyai,
Why good,
Waya,
Kaparwa,
Kaparwa,
Why good,
Waya,
Abadwa,
Badwa,
Why good,
Waya,
Ta'aiwa,
Da'awa,
Kaya Athar,
Kayata,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
the Badka,
Badka,
all the one,
Al-Yawun,
Alka Ratazar.
Al-Kaha, Rakaza. In the English, keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
And they that hate thee
have lifted up their head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty
They
counsel
have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted
And consulted
against thy hidden ones.
against thy hidden ones.
They have
They
said,
have said,
come,
come,
let us cut them off.
let us cut them
For
off.
being a nation.
For being a nation.
For the name of Israel
That the name of
may be
Israel
no more
may
remembered.
be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together
But they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against
They are
thee,
confederate against thee.
the tabernacles of
The
Edom,
tabernacles of Edom
and the
and
Ishmaelites,
the Ishmaelites
of Moab,
of Moab
and the
and the
Hagarenes,
Hagarenes,
the Baal,
Gabal
and Ammon,
and Ammon
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the
the
Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur is also joined with them.
Ashur also was joined with them.
They have opened the children of Lot.
They have opened the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them
Do unto them
as unto the
as
Midianites,
unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to
as
Jabin,
to Jabin,
and the brook of
at the
Kisor,
book of Kison,
which perished at
which
Endor.
perished at Endor.
They became as dung
They
for the
became
earth.
as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a
The
red,
nobles like a red,
and like the
like
earth.
the air,
Yea,
yea,
all the princes as the Ba,
on their princes as a
and
bar,
as Amunah,
and as Amun,
who said,
who say,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to
the
ourselves
houses of God in possession.
the houses of God in possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
and stubble before the
as
wind,
the stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the
as
wood,
the fire burns the
and as
wood,
the flame set the mountains on fire.
the flame set the mountains on
So
fire.
persecute
So
them
persecute them
with thy
with
tempest,
thy tempest,
and make them afraid
make them afraid
with thy storm,
with thy storm,
for their faces were shame.
so their faces with
And
shame,
may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Lord,
Oh yeah, oh Lord,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and trouble forever.
and trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to
let
shame
them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is
is
Yahweh,
Yahawah,
art the most high
art the Most High
of all the earth.
over all the earth.
Sar, which means to turn. Yeshavia, which means to be seated.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, can you fix the camera first? Sit down. Okay, so we're going to be at Genesis, the 43rd chapter, in the 3rd verse, in the Lashawan Kodash. So everybody get their blue letter Bibles out. Everybody get their blue letter Bibles out, their Tanakhs out. And we're going to start at Genesis 43 and verse 3. Shalom. YAHUSHUA. So we're going to be at Genesis 43 and verse 3. All right. You mind if I take the first set? You mind if I take it? Okay. So Genesis 43 and verse, sorry. Try that again. Just loading Israel. Okay. Genesis 43 and verse 3. Wayamar al-Yawah Yahawadah La Amar Ha'id Bunwa Ha'ayash La Amar La'a Thara'awa Punya Balathya Afkum, verse 4. Yashak, Mashalak, Ak, Yanaw, Afnaw, Narada, Wana Shabara, Laka, Akal. Verse 5. Wa'am, I Yanak, Ma Shalak, La'a, Narad, Kaya, Noslaki, Ha Ayash, Amor, Al Yanaw, La'a, Tharawa, Punya, Balathya, Ak, Yakub, Afkum, verse 6. Ya Amar, Yasharala, Lama, Ha Ra'itham, La Ya, La Ha Gilyad, La Ayash, Ha Iwad, Lakam, Ak, verse 7. Waya Amarwa, Wa Iwa, Sha'al, Ha Ayash, La Nawa, Wala Ma Waladaf Nawa, La Amar, Ha Iwad, Abba Yakam, Chaya, Hayash, Lakam, Ak, Wanagad, Lua, I, Paya, Ha Dabarium, Ha'ala, Haya the Y, Nadai, Kaya, Ya Amar, Ha Wara Yadwa, Ak Yakam. Verse 8. Wayamar, Yahawada, Al, Yasharala, Abba Yawa, Shalaka, Hanaira, Afya, Wa Nakwa Wama, Wana Laka, Wanakya, Wala'a, Namawath, Gum, Anaknawa, Gum, Atha, Gum, Ta Hanawa. Verse 9. Nakya, I rob Nawa, my Yadia, Thaba Quash Nawa, La'a, Haba Ya'ath Yawa, Al-Yaka, Waha Taza Gath Yawa, La Punyaka, Waha Ta'afia, Laka, Kal, Ha Yama Yum. Verse 10. Kaya la wala'a Hamthama Hamanawa Kaya I the Shabnawa Za Pa I'm young. Verse 11. Waya Amar. Alham. Alham. Yashua. Abba Yahum. Khan. Apa Wa'a. Za'af. I.S.U.P.K. Salam, sis. Kwakwa. Maza Maraf. Ha'arataza. Ba call Yakum. Waha War Yadwa. La Ayash Ma Nakaf. Ma'ait Tazaria wa ma'ait the Bash Nakaf Walat Ba Tunyon wa Shaquadion. Verse 12. Wa Kasap Ma Shana Kwak wa Bayadakam Wa'af Ha Kasap Hama Washab Ba Panya Bapaya Amathak Thayikam Thashayabwa Bayadakam Awaya Mashaga Hawa. Verse 13. Wa'af Yakam Kwakwa Wa Wamwa Shawabwa Al Ha Ayash. Verse 14. Wa'al Shadia Yathan Lakam Rakamyam Lapanya Ha Ayash Wa Shalak Lakam Ak Yakam Akar Wa Af Bun Yamayan Ba Wa'anya Ka Ashar Shakalathia. Verse 15. Waya Kwakwa Ha'anashyam Af Hama Naka Haza'af Wama Shana Kasa La Kwak Wa. Slakia, I answer this one. Slakia is Shalom Yabashim Zakta. Kawaka, I'm in the Sabbath service.
Is
Okay. Someone correct.
we in 15. So.
Yeah, we're in 15. 15. Slaki Israel. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 43 and verse 15. I want to start at the top. Waya Kwakwa Ha'anashyam Af Hama Naka Haza'af wa Mashana Kasa Lakwatwa Bayadum Wa'af Bana Yaman Waya Kwamwa Waya Radwa Matazarium Waya Imadwa Lapunya Yawasa. Verse 16. While Yera'ah Yawasa Atham Af Bunyamyan Slakia Bunyamyan Slakia Waya Amar La Amar Al Bayafwa Ha Ba'a Af Ha Ainashim Ha Bayatha Wa Tabak Wahakan Kaya Afya Ya'akawa Shalom sis. Kawa. Oh. Shalom Yabashim. You want it now or you want me to?
I got put my brother on.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. La Amar Al Ban Yahwa Ha Ba'a Af Ha Nashim Ha Ba Yatha Wa Tabak Wa Hakan Kaya Afya Ya Akawa Ha Nashim Ba Tazaharyam. Verse 17. Waya Ash Ha Ayash Ka Ashar Amar Yawasa Waya Ba'a Ha Ayash Af Ha Nashyam Bayabsa Yawasa. Verse 18. Waya Ra'awa Ha Inash Yam Kaya Hawa Ba'awa Baya Yawasa Waya Amarwa Io Dabar Ha Kasa Ha Shab Ba'am Ma Thakaf Yanawa Batha Kala Naknawa Ma Waba'ayam Laha Thagala Io Yanawa Wala Ha Thanapal Io Yanawa Wala Quath Athnawa La Ibadium Wa'a Kha Mar Yanawa. Verse 19. Wayagashwa Io Ha Ayash Ashar Io Baya Yawasa Waya Dabarwa Io Yawa Hathak Ha Bayath. Verse 20. Waya Amarwa Baya Idunya Yarad Rad Nawa Bathakhala La Shabar Akal Wayahaya. Verse 21. Wayahaya Kaya Ba'inawa Al Ha Marwan Wa Napath Ka Ath Am the Kath Yanawa YAHANNA Kasap Ayash Lap no Bap Ya Ma the Kathwa Kasap Nawa Ba Ma Shakwawa Wanashab Athwa Bayad Nawa. Verse 22. Wa Kasat Akar Ha Rad Nawa Bayad Nawa La Shabar Akar La Yadai Nawa Maya Sham Kasap Nawa Ba'amath Kaf Yanawa. In verse 23. Waya Amar Shalom Lakam Al Thayarawa Allahayakam wa Al wa Allahaya Abayakam Nathan Lakam Mata Mawan Ba'a Math Kaf Yakam Kasapakam Ba'a Al Ya Waya Wataza Al Allahum Af Shamaywan. That's the end of the first 21 in the Lashwan Kodash.
So it's 21.
Yeah, we do it 21, then 7.
So take it in English.
Oh,
All right, if you don't mind, I can take it in English. If I could.
yeah, cut.
All right, no sweat.
There you go.
Genesis chapter.
Okay.
Genesis 43, verse 3
Right.
in English. And Judah spake unto him, saying, the men did solemnly protest unto us, saying, ye shall not see my face, except your brother be with you. Verse 4, if thou wilt send our brother with us, we will go down and buy thee food. But if thou wilt not send him, we will not go down. For the man said unto us, ye shall not see my face, except your brother be with you.
So this is Judah speaking to his father Israel, Jacob, Israel, saying that because there was a famine during the land. It was a famine. This is when Pharaoh had his dream about the 7 plenteous fat cows, and then seven fat cows, and then the 7 lean cows, and the 7 stalks of corn, and the 7 like brittle stalks of corn. And then so it's going to be 7 plenteous full years, and then it's going to be 7 years of famine. So Egypt under Joseph, Pharaoh, then under Joseph, Joseph was the second command. Stock up. So this is where we're at today. There's a famine in the land, and now they have to go back to Egypt to get more supplies, to get more goods. But Judah is telling them that Joseph, but they don't know that he's Joseph. The man who he's talking about is Joseph, that they can't go back up there unless their youngest brother, Benjamin, be with them. So that's where we at right now. Can you continue?
Yeah, come. Verse 4, if thou wilt send our brother with us, we will go down and buy thee food. Verse 5, but if thou wilt not send him, we will not go down. For the man said unto us, you shall not see my face, except your brother be with you. And Israel said, Wherefore dealt ye so ill with me, as to tell the man whether ye had yet a brother. And they said, the man asked us straightly of our state and of our kindred, saying, is your father yet alive? Have ye another brother? And we told him, according to the tender of these words, could we certainly know that he would say, bring your brother down.
So this is Joseph. I mean, Joseph just Israel thinks that Joseph is lost. Like his Joseph is lost because his coat of many colors came back with blood on it, and he don't want to lose his youngest son Benjamin too through any kind of evil of going to the way. So he's a little bit upset at his other sons that they will tell that is about his younger brother, but they didn't know. They just answered the questions that they was given by Joseph. Read Biblical Show.
Come, verse 8. And Judah said unto Israel his father, send the lad with me, and we will arise and go, that we may live and not die, both we and thou, and also our little ones. Verse 9. I will be surety for him, of my hand shalt thou require him. If I bring him not unto thee, and set him before thee, then let me bear the blame forever. Verse 10, for except we had lingered, surely now we had returned this second time.
So Judah is pinning on him. He's making an assurity that he's gonna make sure Benjamin comes back. He's gonna do everything in his power to make sure Benjamin come back and safe and sound, no harm come to him. And if not, he's going to cast the blame forever. Read on, Biblical Show.
Come. And their father Israel said unto them, if it must be so now, do this, take of the best fruits in the land in your vessels, and carry down the man a present, a little balm, and a little honey, spices, and myrrh, nuts, and almonds. Verse 12. And take double money in your hand, and the money that was brought again in the mouth of your sacks, carry it again in your hand, peradventure it was an oversight. So
Israel is trying to have favor toward Joseph. Who they don't know who Joseph, but trying to have good favor towards him by giving him the best of their land, the honey, the myrrh, the balm, and then their money in the previous, their money was given back into them in their sack. So now he's going to give them double. They're going to bring double the portion of money, so that they can slap it. I'm gonna bring up a war. I'm gonna bring up priest officer of war. With that, Imagine, just a minute. A war, present thyself.
Okay. A war, ban Banyamin ban Yashala.
A war, ban Yashrala.
Yahawah Shem Yahushua Bakatham.
Yahawah Shem Yahushua Bakatham.
Let's give Officer Ibad a hand. Give Officer Mukamia a hand. Following it down. You can stay this side. Real quick, if you could. Officer Mukamia, Officer Ibad. Officer Mukamia, can you give me Romans 15:4, Baba Kusha?
Come.
All right, and Officer Ibad, could you get me Jeremiah 6:16?
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go back into the reading. Officer Matamiya, let me get yours first, YAHUSHUA.
Romans what?
Romans 15 and 4.
Romans 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
So that's what we're doing now. We're reading about our history, right? So we can learn from our forefathers, right? From our forefather Jacob and our brothers, right? The beginning of our nation, right? Judah down to Issachar. Read on.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
So we through what? Patience and comfort of the scriptures. So what we take comfort in? We take comfort in that Commander General YAHANNA was sent by the Most High. We take comfort in that the I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth. Because why? We're the only organization teaching our people what? Our culture, right? And our history and our culture is found in what book? The Bible. And that's why we go into the old ways. Over some Matamiya. Is there more on that?
Right. Come. Now, verse 5. Now the God of patience and consolations grant you to be like-minded one toward another according to Christ, mashiach, YAHUSHUA.
Right. So we could take patience and follow what? The example that Christ laid down for us. You understand? Right. So that's why these Sabbath services is so important for us to what? Read about our history. So don't take it lightly. Even though we're going through the Hebrew and most of us don't really are fluent in Hebrew, but just, follow along in the English, and the priest will break it down for you. Oversight by, give me what you have in Jeremiah, YAHUSHUA.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, and verse 16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways, and see and ask for the old paths.
And see and ask for the old paths. What's the old paths? Our culture, because we lost our culture. Now we're getting it back through the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA. You understand? Hold on. Go ahead. You got a question, Yano?
I just want to make a comment on Romans 15 and 5. I remember, I seen on Facebook, Captain Khan had said, when you come to the truth, you start to talk different. Khan, Salakia, you ain't just want to, be how you used to speak out in the world, yeah, no, or, shaking your head or whatever, how people carry themselves out in the world. I was kind of relating that to that too.
Right, that's a deep point. That's by putting on our culture. Right. Because remember, in Deuteronomy 7 and 6, we are a chosen people by God, a special people. So what makes us special as a people, Officer Ibai, is our culture. Right. The laws of the Most High. You understand? We become holy, and holy means separate. So you're right. Once we come into the truth, we are separated from the ordinary people of the world, and we become what? Extraordinary. We become that special nation that the Most High God shows us to be. You understand? Deuteronomy 7 and 6. And then what? The nations see us. And when they see us, they see what? The light of Christ within us. You understand? That's what makes us special. Right. And then now, when the scripture says, see for the where is that? I think it's 1 Corinthians 4:9. Oversight body, if you could, real quick. This is why. Now, before 1969, right, and I.S.U.P.K, what was in the world? You had Rastafarianism, right? Where they saying they believe in the Ethiopian and the East Indian cultures. That's what Rastafarian is. It's a mix up between East Indian and Ethiopian. You had Seventh-day Adventurers and you had Jehovah's Wickedness, right? You had all these different religions. Roman Catholicism. 1 Corinthians 4:9, if you could.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 4 and verse 9. For I think that God have set forth us, the apostles, last.
We are the last apostles. You understand? That's why we're in the earth last. Before us, Officer Matamiya, was what? Right. Christianity, Islam, all the foolishness our people was carried away with, right? Like the scripture says, carried to and fro with every wind of doctrine. But as we're in these last days, as it says in Matthew 24, now the truth is being reintroduced into the earth through the I.S.U.P.K. And that's how you know that this is the truth. Because now the priest of the I.S.U.P.K is doing what, sis? Teaching us the old path. You understand? Teaching us the patience. Now we're learning from our records as a nation of people. We're seeing what happened to us when we stray from our power. Right? What is our power? The Most High God. Because the word God means power in Greek. In Hebrew, it's Elohim, the powers. So when we break away from our culture, from our laws, statute, judgment, commandments, we go away from our power. Right. And that's why we have no power. And that's why the nations look at us and say, look at these people. They don't have no identity. As it says in Deuteronomy 28, we become what? A proverb and a byword. Right. Right? Right. And they astonished. How come these people don't know who they are? They have such tremendous influence in the earth, but they're the only nation that don't have a culture. But we do have a culture. Our culture is the Bible. You understand? And now when you put back on your identity, to what you said, YAHAWAH, is what? You walk different. You talk different. You understand? Because why? The knowledge of the Bible elevates your mind. Remember, the scripture says the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. A lot of brothers and sisters, myself, I couldn't speak to an audience. You know, I was kind of what you would consider shy or introvert. But when you learn the knowledge of the Most High God and you come into the I.S.U.P.K where you train to be a priest, you get that confidence to address the nation. Because it's not about yourself, it's about your nation. It's about the Most High God and YAHUSHUA. You understand? And then what? Once you get this truth, like the scripture says, no man has a light and hide it under a bushel. And we all experience that. Once you got the truth, it's like you want to teach everybody you meet. Every Israelite, you like, hey, you know the Jews are black. You know Christ is black. You want to tell everybody because you're so filled with joy. It feels so good that you want to share it with everybody else. So that's what's so important about these Sabbath services for the audience tuning in on YouTube and on all different social media platforms and the brothers and sisters that come to these classes. You know, that's what is so important. I look forward to the Sabbath to come in here. Like as we're reading these scriptures, I'm getting into it too, Officer Ibai. Right. Officer Batamyan, when I'm reading about Joseph, I didn't even realize the trial and tribulation that Joseph went through. We read about Job, but if you go into the story of Joseph, his brothers dubbed him, and he had a gift. But through all his affliction, what did the scriptures always say? But the Lord was with Joseph. Right. Even when he got locked up. So a lot of us read behind bars. A lot of brothers and sisters behind bars, they be in the chat and they think, damn, I'm in the belly of the beast. But if you have faith, the Lord is with you. You just got to have faith. You understand? And all of us. And that's the faith we have living in this world. Exodus 3:15, the Lord is a man of war. And then you read all the scriptures in the New Testament, Paul tells us what? Endure hardness as a good soldier. This is a fight. Right, Officer Ibad? Right. For this is the conditions of the battle which men and women shall fight on this earth. So that's what we're doing. We're fighting. Sisters are fighting too. We all soldiers in the army of the Most High God. Because how you know that? When we left Egypt, what did the scripture say, Officer Ibad? The armies that left Egypt with Moses. Right. Who was in that army, sisters? Sisters, children, right? Men, women, and children. So the whole entire nation of Israel is considered the army. And that's why the Most High is called what? The Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies. What's one of the armies that the Lord used against Egypt? Sister Rakai, you know one of the armies God used against Egypt? Flies, right? Right. He used an army of flies. Right. He used an army of frogs, an army of locusts. What did the locusts do? The locusts jacked up the economy. Right. What is the Lord using today? The so-called weather, right? They saying what? Climate change, right? Where it's normally warm, it's now cold. Places like California and Florida. Those are two agricultural states. And the earth is what? Not yielding this increase. So I say all that to go back to the scripture that our history is what keeps us grounded and patient. So we read about Joseph and see how patient Joseph was, how he trusted in the Lord. We read about Job, how he trusted in the Lord and how patient he was. We read about Yahushua, our king, how he ultimately got the throne of heaven by what? Being patient and enduring hardness as a good soldier. So I just wanted to go bring those precepts out. So let's go back into the reading, if I could, off a side. Where we left off?
We are at Genesis chapter 43 and verse, slow down right now,
43.
and what was it, 10?
I believe it was the first.
Oh, 12
14.
or 14, yeah, you're right.
This is the second 20, second 21.
So I can just finish it off with you want to use.
You can read that for now.
All right, listen. Genesis 43 and 14. And God Almighty give you mercy before the man, that he may send away your brother and Benjamin. If I be bereaved of my children, I am bereaved. Verse 15. And the men took that present, and they took double money in their hand. And Benjamin rose up and went down to Egypt and stood before Joseph. And when Joseph saw Benjamin with them, he said to the ruler of his house, bring these men home and slay, and make ready, for these men shall dine with me at noon. And the man did as Joseph bade, and the man brought the men into Joseph's house. Verse 18, and the men were afraid, because they were brought into Joseph's house, and they said, because of the money that was returned in our sacks at the first time are we brought in, that he may seek occasion against us and fall upon us, and take us for bondmen and our asses.
Oh, so now, what are we reading now? Remember, to go back a little bit, Joseph was sold by his brothers. So this is basically Joseph's get back. He know who they are, but they still don't recognize him. Right. Why they don't recognize their brother? Because it's been a while since they seen him, and because of his position. And so you can understand, just like what a priest, Officer YAHUSHUA was saying, is what? When you come into the truth, you become different, and people don't even recognize you. You understand what I'm saying? Sister Sawana, when they see you, people see you, they remember how you used to dress in the world. Now they see you with your head covered and you got a long dress on. They're like, she look familiar. Until they talk to you or come upon you. Some of us, we be in camp, and our brothers that live in Philly or over to B.O.W that used to live over in Trenton, right? When people see you, they'll walk right past you. And then you see them stop and they're looking and they trying to recognize. Something about them look familiar. I can't recognize it. Right? Like back when I used to go to the camp, when the camp used to be on 34th and 7th in Manhattan, right? A lot of brothers that worked in Manhattan, we used to be afraid, like, damn, we don't want our boss, Esau, the oppressor, to see us. So we'd be nervous in camp, and sometimes your boss will walk right in front of you in camp. And you like, OMG, it's on. Guess what? They don't recognize you. The Lord put the spirit of blindness on them. Or they just don't recognize you because you're in a different spirit. You have the spirit of the Lord on you. So they'll walk past, they'll look at you. They'll even argue with the camp. And then you go to work Monday, and it's like, hey, how you doing? And they don't have no clue what you do on the weekends. So that's part of, we become different. This knowledge, that's why people used to describe the men of the Bible with a glow on them. Is that light that they see in us, the spirit emanate over us. We have a light when we walk. If you walk in the righteousness. Go ahead, sis, you want to bring something out?
Some of them be awestruck. They look at you and you like waving at them and smiling like, how you think? And they still don't recognize.
Yeah, it take them a while to focus in, like, and they're like, man, something about you. I just can't put my finger on it. That's the spirit of the Lord. All right, let's go back into the reading over some of them. 19.
Verse 19. And they came near to the steward of Joseph's house, and they communed with him at the door of the house, and said, O sir, we came indeed down at the first time to buy food. And it came to pass, when we came to the end, that we opened our sacks, and behold, every man's money was in the mouth of his sack, our money in full weight, and we have brought it again in our hands. Verse 22, and other money have we brought down in our hands to buy food. We cannot tell who put our money in our sacks. And he said, peace be to you. Fear not, your God and the God of your father have given you treasure in your sacks. I had your money. And he brought Simeon out unto them.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now we're going to do 24 to what in Lashon Kodash.
Yes.
You want me to read it right back?
I read the verse 24, the first one.
Yeah, I'll do next week. That's right. All right, Genesis 43, verse 24 in the last one, Kodash. YAHUAH, YAHUAH, Yash, Af, Nash Yum, Bayath, YAHWASAP, YATHUN, Mayam, YARAKATAZAWA, Wagala Yahum, Wayathun, Masa Pawa'a, Lacham, Rayahum, verse 25, Waya Kayana Yanawa, Af, Hama Nach, Aid, Bawa'a, Yawasap, Bataza Harayam, Chaya, Shemaiwa, Chaya, Shem, Ya'akalwa, Lacham, verse 26, Waya Ba'a, Yawasap, Haba Yath, Yatha, Waya Ba Ya'aw, Lawa, Af, Hama Nak, Ashar, Waya Dum, Haba Yath, Wayash, Tha, Chawa, Luwa, Arataza, verse 27, Wayasha, Slakia, Lahum, Lasha, Lawam, Waya Amar, Hasha, Lawam, Abba Yacham, Haza Kwan, Ashar, Amarathum, Ha'ai Wada Noah, Chaya, verse 28, Waya Omarwa, Alawam, La'aiba Dak, La'a Baya Nawa, Iwa the Nawa, Chaya, Waya Quad the Waya Qua Dawa, Waya Shatha Chawa, verse 29, Waya Sha'a, Aya Na Yawa, Waya Ra'a, Af, Bana Ya Mayayan, Achayawa, Slakia, Bun, Amor, Waya Amor, Hazah, Achayacham, Hakwa Tan, Ashar, Amaratham, Alaya, Waya Amar, Alahayim, Yachanak, Banya, verse 30, Waya Mahar, Yawasap, Chaya, Nacham, Rawa, Rachamaya Yawa, all Achaya Yawa, Achayawa, Slakia, Waya Bakwash, Labaka Wath, Waya Ba'a, Hachadara, YAHBAK Shema, verse 31. YAHRACHATAZA Panyawa, Wayataza'a, Wayathapak, Wayamar, Shayamawa, Lacham. It's like, is that lacham that bread, or that's a different lacham?
That's bread.
Okay. Oh yeah, it says right, it's set bread. Okay, verse 32. Wayasha yo mawa lawa laba dawa wala kham labad dum la wala matazarium ha'a khalayum athan laba dum khaya la'a waya khala one hamatazarium la'a kol ath ha'ai barayum lacham kaya thawa ba hawaah lamatazarium. Verse 33. Waya shabawa lapanyawa habakar kaba karathwa waha tazai yar kataza irathawa wayathum hawa ha'anashyum ayash. All the ayash, is that girl or boy? Ayash is man, right? Man. Ayash. Oh yeah, Ayasha is woman. Ayash, all Ra'ai Hawa, verse 34. That's man, right? Ayash, right, man. Select water. Wayasha Masha'af Ma'af Panyawa Alahum Watha Rab Masha'af Banya Man Mama Sha'af Khalum Kamash Yada Wath Wayash Thawa Wayash Karawa Aimua. Verse 44 and 1. And the last one, Kodash, what are we going to? 10? Okay. Genesis 44 and 1. In the last one, Kodash, or Aribaria. Waya Tazarwa, Af, Ashar, Il, Bayathwa, La Amar, Mala'a, Af, Amath, Kath, Ha'anashium, Chal, Ka'ashar, Yawa Kalawan, Sha'ath, Washayum, Kasap, Ayash, Bapaya, Amath, Kathawa. Verse 2. Wa'ath, Gaba Ya'aya, Gaba Ya'ai, Aba Akasap, Thashayum, Bapaya, Amath, Kath, Hakwatan, Wa'ath, Kasap, Shaborwa, Wayaish, Kadabar, Yawasap, Ashar, Dabar. Speak, right? Habakor, Awar, Waha Nashium, Shalachwa Hama Wakamor Yahum. Verse 4. Hum Yataza Awa Af Ha'ayor La'a Hara Khayakwa Kwawa Waya Wasap Slakia Waya Wasap Amor La Ashar Ail by Yathwa Quorum Radap Akharia Ha'a Nashium Waha Shagathum Wa'amorath Halahum Lama Shalom Thum Ra'ith Thakath Tawab. Is that Tawab? Tawaba. Verse 5. Hala wa'a za ashar yashaf adanya bawa waha wa'a nakash yanakash bawa hara'ithum ashar Aisha Yathum. Verse 6. Waya Shagum, Waya Dabar, Alahum, Af, Hada Borium, Hala'a, verse 7. Waya Amarwa, Ala Yawa, Lama, Yadabar, Adanaya, Kadabarayum, Hala'a, Hala ya la aibadayak ma'aisha wath kadabar haza. Verse 8. Hun kasap ashar mataza anawa bapaya amath katha yanawa Asharya Banwa ala Yak Ma'arataza Kana Iwa wa Yak Adanayak Kasap Awa Zahab. Verse 9. Ashar Yamataza'a Afwa Ma'aibada Yak Wamath Wazum Wagum Anak Nawa Nahaya La Adanya La Aiba Dayum. Verse 10. Waya Amor Gum Aitha Kada Boryakam Kan Hawa'a Ashar Yamataza Athwa Ya Laya Aibad Wa'athum Ha Thaha Yawa Gakwa Yum.
Okay. I read it in English. Me too.
Okay, so let's go back to 43 and 24.
Yep. Come.
Okay, go ahead, you got it.
I got it. It was just
Genesis 43, verse 24. I'm going to read it in English.
yes. Come. This is the book of Genesis, the 43 and verse 24. And the man brought the men into Joseph's house and gave them water, and they washed their feet, and he gave them asses, and he gave their asses provender. Verse 25. And they made ready the present against Joseph came at noon, for they heard that they should eat bread there. Verse 26. And when Joseph came home, they brought him the present which was in their hand into the house, and bowed themselves to him to the earth. Wasn't that part of Joseph's dream? When he...
Right, that his brethren would bow down to him. Kind.
Verse 27. And he asked them of their welfare and said, Is your father well? The old man of whom ye spake, is he yet alive? Verse 28. And they answered, Thy servant our father is in good health. He is yet alive. And they bowed down their heads and made obeisance.
All right, obeisance, meaning praise.
Verse 29. And he lifted up his eyes and saw his brother Benjamin, his mother's son, and said, Is this your younger brother of whom ye spake unto me? And he said, God be gracious unto thee, my son. Verse 30. And Joseph made haste, for his bowels did yearn upon his brother, and he sought where to weep, and he entered into his chamber and wept there. Verse 31.
Why did he cry? You know why Joseph cried?
He couldn't stand it. It was his brother at the end of the day. You know what I mean? He just weeping because, you know, that's his brother still.
His youngest brother.
Right.
So,
yeah, he never seen him. Remember, they sold him
right.
before, you know, and Benjamin was a baby. So now that Joseph is all grown up, he didn't, you know, see Benjamin.
Right.
So now that he's seen him, he's like, he's full of emotion now, but he don't want him to see him cry. So he dipped off, right? He said he went ahead so he could get a quick crying, you know, right over side by it. So I just want to paint the picture of a B.O.W. We read about Joseph, right? What happened was they sold him. So we said last week that the reason why they don't remember him, the bully, right, or the perpetrator that gives you the trauma, they don't think about it, Officer B.O.W. But you as the victim, it's always on your brain, right? So now that it's on his brain, he's making them pay for what they did to him.
Right.
So he's taking them to all these changes. What do we call it today, Officer YAHUSHUA? Your get back. He's getting his get back, right? Your lick back or whatever you call it. He's putting them through the paces. He's like, all right, y'all sold me. All right, now that I got power, I'm going to make y'all feel how I felt. And when we read in earlier chapters, Officer Ibad, it said that when Joseph did what he did to them, they remembered how they treated Joseph. And they was like, damn, this man, and they didn't know who Joseph was. So they saying, this man is treating us the way we treated Joseph.
Right.
And that's what he wanted them to do, to remember being mistreated. So then now he's taking them to the paces. He's seeing Benjamin, he's crying, but he's still holding on to that hurt. He's gonna make him go through it. But he's snitching on himself and they don't even know it, right? Because he asked about their father. If he's an Egyptian, why should he care about Jacob?
Right.
Why should he care about Benjamin? They like, yo, we strangers in this land. We just coming to buy food. Why do you keep asking us about our father and our young brother? Who's this cat? But they still not picking up, right? Read on, 32.
Verse 32. And they set on for him by himself, and for them by themselves, and for the Egyptians which did eat with him by themselves, because the Egyptians might not eat bread with the Hebrews, for that is an abomination unto the Egyptians.
Remember that. Farmers was an abomination to the Egyptians. They thought it was considered low. Bring it up to today. America is spiritual Egypt, right? Who are the people that produce most of the agriculture in this country? The Spanish tribes. Issachar. And what do the Americans think about the tribe of Issachar, the Spanish tribes? They consider them an abomination, right? They call them migrants, right? They say they're illegal aliens. They having major council in Congress to pass laws to get rid of them. They got their children in cages. So that's why earlier I read those precepts about learning the past. The same way they dealt with us back then is the same way they're dealing with us today, to show you that we're the same people. Right. And now we can learn from our past how Joseph dealt with it is the same way, right? Think about it. Right. they said that sheep herders or farmers basically are an abomination to the Egyptian. Who's the modern day Egyptian? Our oppressor, the so-called white man. Who's the people that pick all your strawberries, all your watermelons, right? All your lettuce, tomatoes? ISRAELITES. And the Spanish tribe from Venezuela, right? From Guatemala. And they come here and they work on these farms in California and Florida. But then what? They pick your farms and they're in the store getting groceries and you see a Karen and cursing them in their face. Speak English! What are you doing in this country? Go home. Go home. If the Spanish tribe go home, your salad is not going to be $3 at McDonald's. Your salad is going to be what? $15.
Right.
Because if you have an American picking the vegetables, they're going to want to be what? Paid hourly. And you can't pay no American no $3 an hour, right? They're going to want to be paid what? $15 and up, Officer Ibad. Right. So because the farmer got to pay the American workers $15 an hour, now your salad is going to be not $1.99 in McDonald's or $2.99. Now your salad is $15. And if you go to a restaurant, now your salad is $30 for a salad. So just like back then, the Egyptians hated us. Today, the so-called white man, our oppressors, still hate the children of Israel.
Right.
A new empire, same hatred. Right? Zephaniah 2:1. O nation not desired. We don't offer side. So I just want to give the comparison to see the reason why we're reading the history, because we're repeating it. Like they say, history repeats itself. We're reading all the way to the book of Genesis. And in 2024, the Israelites is going through the same thing. They want to get rid of birthright citizenship. I just heard a story, right, of an ISRAELITE sister. She had to go to I don't know if y'all heard the story. She had an immigration hearing, right? But she was pregnant with twins. Mm-hmm. She had to get an emergency C-section. So they had to rush her to the hospital the same time as her interview for immigration. You know what they did? After she had twins, they deported her and her two brand new newborn babies. They deported the sister, and her husband is an American. So her husband is an American, and her children were born here, and she still got deported. They didn't care that she had a C-section. Why? Because that's what Donald Trump said. What he want to do? Get rid of birthright citizenship. Why do you think they want to get rid of birthright citizenship? Because all of us, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, well, blacks and Latinos, we came here in slavery. And because our forefathers was here, they gave birth to us, we get citizenship through our parents, right? So now the oppressor saying, how do we get rid of these Israelites? Let's get rid of birthright citizenship. So not only do they get rid of the Spanish tribes, but now they could get rid of Levi, they could get rid of Benjamin, they could even get rid of Judah, because they could start saying, well, you're a black American, but you had a criminal record. And according to the 13th Amendment, right? If you commit a crime, you're awarded to the state. And if you're awarded to the state as a criminal, you're not really a citizen. All your rights as a citizen is now revoked. So now you don't get birthright citizenship. Your citizenship is revoked. Now we could deport you too. And now we could deport you to any country of your brothers. We could send you to Haiti. We could send you to Jamaica. We could send you to Trinidad. We could send you to Panama. They could send us anywhere. They won't send us back to Africa because they know we're not Africans. Because the Africans don't want us back there. They want our money, but they don't want us back there. How you know that? Our brothers and sisters that started a country in Africa called Liberia. They ruled in Liberia for a while. The natural-born Hamites rose to power, started killing all the Israelites that started Liberia. And guess what they did? They even ate some of them. So let's go back into the reading of that. So yeah. So just be reading the history. The Egyptians hated the Israelites. Our oppressor, the so-called white man, hate us today. So we're the same people. We're reading our history. That's how you know. How y'all know y'all are people of the book? Because the same thing happened to us then is the same thing happened to us now.
Right.
That's why America is called spiritual Egypt and Sodom. We don't offer side body, you could.
This is the book of Genesis, the 43 and verse 33. And they set before him the firstborn according to his birthright, and the youngest according to his youth. And the men marveled one at another. Verse 34. And he took and sent messes unto them from before him. But Benjamin's mess was 5 times so much as any of theirs, and they drank and were merry with him.
Why? Because he was a baby. He was a kid, so you know how kids eat messy. So that's all it was saying.
This book of Genesis chapter 44 and verse 1. And he commanded the steward of his house, saying, fill the man's sack with food, as much as they can carry, and put every man's money in his sack mouth. Verse 2. And put my cup, the silver cup, in the sack mouth of the youngest, and his corn money. And he did according to the word that Joseph had spoken. Verse 3. And as soon as the morning was light, the men were sent away, they and their asses. Verse 4. And when they were gone out of the city, and not yet far off, Joseph said unto his steward, up, follow after the men, and when thou dost overtake them, say unto them, wherefore have ye rewarded evil for good? Verse 5. Is not this it in which my Lord drinketh, and whereby indeed he divineth? Ye have done evil in so doing. Verse 6. And he overtook them, and he spake unto them these same words. Verse 7. And they said unto him, wherefore saith my Lord these words? God forbid that thy servant should do according to this thing. Verse 8. Behold, the money which we found in our sack's mouth, we brought again unto thee out of the land of Canaan. How then should we steal out of thy Lord's house silver or gold? Verse 9. With whomsoever of thy servants it be found, both let him die, and we also will be my Lord's bondmen. Verse 10. And he said, now also let it be according to your words. He with whom it is found shall be my servant, and ye shall be blameless.
So Joseph is going all the way in. He ain't let it go. He's been playing with them from the get-go. First, when they first came, right, he put the money in their sack to set them up. Then when he came back, he said, look, y'all stole from me. So now they were shook. So he said, because y'all stole from me, leave your brother Benjamin. Go get your pops now. Right? So now they ate everything. Now they leaving. He set them up again as they leaving. So why? He could take advantage again. And also, too, to let them know what they did to him. All what he's putting them through is how he felt. You understand? Being that, damn, I love my brothers and they sold me. So now they're feeling, damn, we're dealing with this man right. We found the money and we brought it back to him. And he still accused us of stealing. We brought it back even with our own money on top of it, with interest. And he's still going to jack us up. Oh, man, we can't win for losing. Right. Guess what? That's how Joseph felt. Man, I had these powers. I have these reading dreams. I tell them, and instead of bigging me up, they got jealous and sold me to these dirty Ishmaelites. Then these Ishmaelites sold me to these damn Africans. Now y'all coming to beg me now for food. Right? So now I'm going to take advantage. I'm going to make y'all feel how I felt. I'm going to run y'all through the paces. I'm going to play with y'all. I'm going to get my lick back. That's all this is about, Joseph getting revenge. But not like in a malicious way, because he loved them. He wouldn't have cried it when he seen Benjamin. But he's saying, I'm going to use this situation to pull them back and forth. So when I do reveal myself, they're going to know how I felt. Also, too, is showing you how the Lord deal with the nation. Right? The more think about Israel. Adam and Eve was in paradise. What did Eve do? She listened to the serpent. What did Adam do? He listened to his woman. And we got kicked out of paradise. And ever since that time, we've been trying to get back. Right? Okay, we're in slavery. The Most High took us out of Egypt. What did we do? Right after we got out of slavery, we made a golden calf. Right. The Most High destroyed the golden calf. Moses went to get the law. He come back. We did getting drunk and wilding out. Then the Most High fed us in the wilderness. Then we started beefing against Moses. Hey, who's Moses? Right. It's like what fake Israelites say about Commanding General YAHANNA, right? We ain't got to come together under no UPK. Who made y'all guys the leader of black people? I'm going to start my fake Israelite group because I'm not going to follow no YAHANNA. That's what they say. Right? You ever see how they always beef with us? Who is Commander General YAHANNA? Who is he? Who is he? Who is he? He's the man that kept the truth since Christ. That's who he is. The UPK was started in 1969. We just read the scripture. The Lord sent forth the apostles last. What was the last doctrine to be taught in the earth? Being a Hebrew Israelite.
Right.
To black people. We tried civil rights, right? We tried the Black Panthers. We tried communism. We tried everything. And it don't work. We tried striving and going to college and getting a degree. And, right? That brother that does Know Your Roots. He does DNA. He's like a big-time professor. He got arrested going into his own mansion. Remember? And Obama took him, and the cop that arrested him sat down to have a beer. Now, why did he have to sit down with this bum cop? That cop is a nobody. He didn't do his job. He arrested a man going into his own house. But he gets to sit down and have a beer with the president? The other Edomite that unalived the brother on the train. The very next day, he's in a football game with the president of the so-called free world. While the brother's father is in front of the courthouse crying. That's our lives here in America. So yes, we're going to follow Commander General YAHANNA because why? He held the banner. He held the truth. Outside of the UPK, who has given black folk the confidence to walk in his life? The Christian church will want us to believe that Jesus Christ is a white man. And that salvation is going to go to the people that fed our children to alligators. What sense does that make? So in essence, Christianity is actually racist. Right? Think about why Christianity is racist. We went into slavery, right? Because we sin against God. But white people feed our children to alligators and then they get to walk right into heaven?
They get to walk in your church, they get to walk in your church and kill 9 of us, and and still get prayed over while he's reloading the gun in the church, and ready to kill some more of us. We loving these oppressors so much. This is what you're bringing out. We loving the people that's killing us and slaughtering us on a daily basis, and we want to join together with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
but priest I said it's so heavy. And it shows you the mental disease that Christianity is. Mm-hmm. And I will always say the Lord gave me this understanding. Think about it like this. The Bible is a black book written by black men for black people, right?
Right.
White people think different from black people.
Right.
Case in point, if I tell YAHAWAH, yo, I heard this hot song today. This song was fire. YAHAWAH know what I mean. Mathumyad know what I mean. I.B.O.W know what I mean, right? Say that to your white coworker. What are they going to say? Hey, how could a song be hot or fire? Somebody said fire to a song? You understand? Their brain can't understand slang talk. So how could these same people understand the Bible, a black book? So the concept that the white brain comes from is virgin birth, right? Jesus is God, watery baptism, and all these weird concepts. Exegesis and all the foolishness. Why? Because Christianity is the white brain trying to make sense of the Bible. So if you're a black person saying that you're a Christian, you're already missing the point. You can't understand the Bible because you're understanding the Bible, like the scripture says, taught by the precepts of men. Only the men that wrote the Bible could teach the Bible. Oversight body, real quick, get me Romans 9. Okay. 9-4 or 9-5, I think it is. Okay. Let's just get this. I think we finished with the reading, right?
You got 7 more verses.
7 more verses? Okay, because it's already time. We'll shut it down.
So Romans 9.
Yeah, Romans in the 9th chapter. In verse 4. This is a precept to prove the point. The Bible is written by black folks. So white folks cannot teach the Bible. Officer Madhamman, if you could, Babu Kashab, get me Psalms 50 and 16 real quick. We always got to end with these to constantly drive the point because black people don't understand. Captain Tazariak just had a debate this past week with some black Christians, and They just couldn't come to the understanding. The topic was, is Christianity the erasure of black culture? Yes, it is. The main reason is Jesus Christ is black. Christianity turned him white. But the black Christians was arguing. You got oversight by it?
Okay.
All right, let's read that real quick.
This is the book of Romans, the 9, verse 4. Who are Israelites, to who pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of God, and the promises.
You don't read 5?
Verse 5. Whose are the fathers?
Read that again.
Whose are the fathers?
Read that again.
Whose are the fathers?
It just said, who are Israelites, who are the fathers of the records called the Bible. That's what whose are the fathers is. The men that wrote the Bible. So if the Israelites wrote the Bible, could an Edomite teach an Israelite the Bible? No. Now you can read Psalms 50 and 16.
God, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked, God said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
Our oppressor is the wicked that God is talking to, the white man. What hast thou to do to declare my statute? What are you doing with the Bible? So David is asking the so-called white man, our oppressor. What is white people doing with the Bible, trying to teach black people? Read on.
God. Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth.
Why are they taking the Bible in their mouth? When we read in Romans that the fathers of the Bible are Israelites.
Right.
It's the book of the Israelites, right? Psalms 147 and 19. He showed the word unto Jacob. If the Bible is Jacob's book, what is Esau doing with the Bible? What is Ishmael doing with the Bible? What is Moab and Ammon doing with the Bible?
Right.
It's the Israelites' book. The Bible don't belong to these heathen nations. The Israelites are the authors of the Bible, and we're the ones supposed to teach it to our nation, and then our nation is going to teach it to the nations by osmosis. By them being around us, they see how we conduct ourselves. And by the time we was in Africa, that's why you got what Nigerians running around talking about God and Jesus. That's how they understand those concepts. Because why? They observe us. How you know that? Our oppressor observes us. Why is oxtail $15 a pound now? Anybody know? Y'all know I was laughing because he knows it's true. Because why? You got all these black folk on social media, on TikTok, on YouTube, making videos, right? So then now, the oppressor, they do what? They study us. So they see recipe after recipe, what you could do with oxtail. Because remember, oxtail was considered a trash meat. It was the tail of the ox. And they threw it out. Remember, everything that was bad on the animal, they gave it to us. Remember, soul food. They gave us the hoof. We turned it into what? Cow food. Right? They gave us a stomach. We turned it into tripe. They gave us the liver. We made livers and onions. They gave us the oxtail, and we made it what? A delicacy. So now the same slave master that gave us so-called trash meat in a butcher shop, you could buy pounds of oxtail for nothing. Probably in 2013. But in 2013 was the rise of YouTube and social media. And now they see recipe after recipe. Hey, you black folk is doing amazing food with oxtail. And now oxtail went from what? $4.99 a pound, YAHANNA, to now $14 a pound for oxtail. Why? Because it came out of the mind of blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. And we elevated, and now the oppressor look at it and say, now we want it. So as black people, we should leave it for them. I'm not buying no more oxtails. $14 a pound, nah. I'll buy me a ribeye with tummy eye. I'll buy me a T-bone. It can keep an oxtail. You understand? But it goes to show you, man, the Bible is our book. Give me some more on that in Psalms.
Come. Verse 17, seeing thou hatest instruction and casteth my words behind thee.
They hate the instructions of the Bible. That's why they tell us what? Pork is the other white meat.
Right.
They tell us, nah, Jesus is not black, Jesus is white. The Jews are not black, the Jews are white. The laws of God are done away with. These are concepts from the brains of white people. That's why black, Latinos, and Native Indians, you got to take Christianity, throw it in the toilet, throw it in the garbage. Christianity is not good for blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. Right. God did not give us Christianity. He gave us laws, statute, judgment, and commandments. Right? And we're going to end with this last one. Was that body for K? Give me Isaiah 8 and 20. And we're going to close with that. So now we read that the oppressor, so we learned Romans 9 and 5, that the Israelites are the authors of the Bible. And we read Psalms 50 and 16, that the white man is not supposed to be teaching black people the Bible. So black people should not be listening to white people when it comes to the Bible. So Christianity is not of God. Christianity is white supremacy. Read.
This is
Isaiah
the book.
8:20.
This is the book of Isaiah, 8 and verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them.
That's it. Somebody tell me I want to bring something out.
Wow.
Right? To the law and to the testimony. That's where we at. What are we reading? The first 5 books. We're in the book of Genesis, the first book. We're reading about the law and the old covenant. Covenant and testimonies are synonyms. So the Old Testament is actually the old covenant, Officer Ibad. So we're reading the old covenant. That's what we're reading when we're reading Genesis. Like we just read, to the law and to the testimony, to the Old Testament and the New Testament. So if you don't read the Old Testament, you're going off. And if you don't believe in the New Testament, you're going off. How you know? Because the Lord said, for lo, I come in the volume of the book. The volume is the Old and New Testament, the whole complete thing. 360 degrees of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So with that, we end it right there. We'll take up the reading from next week. We thank Officer Muthamiad for stepping in, helping us with the Sabbath service. So any questions in the class? Is there any questions online, Officer Ibad? Check the feed real quick. No, I don't see any I don't see any questions, so we'll just bring the service to a close. We'll take up Genesis 44 and 18 next week. So what time is it? Right there, we're 9 minutes past the time. So men up here, I imagine. Just need to stand.
YAHUSHUA, which means Israel.
It's supposed to be slack. Let's try this again. No, that's right.
YAHUSHUA, which means Israel.
Let's go. Men of Israel, I imagine to salute the Torah. Yahawah Ba'Hashem, Yahawashi, Barak, Yah.
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahushua, Barak, Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barak Yah.
Yeah, come on, sir.
Can anybody back? Imagine. That's true. No, behind the back, like imagine at the side. Barak.
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Barak, Yah.
Oh. So, yeah, one more time. Congregation and Madium, Wasor, Wapanya Hakwadam, and face the east.
Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodah.
Kodah.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Malakutah.
Malakutah.
Matazaka.
Zaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Waharatazah.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Nathanaw.
Nathanaw.
Acham. Kal. Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalachna.
Wasalachna.
Kabawachna.
Kabawachna.
Kasalachna.
Kasalachna.
Kabawachina.
Kabawachina.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Anasayawad.
Anasayawad.
Abal. Awashayna.
Awashayna.
Mayud.
Mayud.
Rai.
Kaya. Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Waha'ala. Watapara.
Amen. English translation. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it.
Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahushua.
YAHUSHUA. Nathanaw. NOKAP. REVOLT. Kamatala. Kamatawah. Latahor. Hamatazariah. NOKAP. Lahakuyo. Hamathiu. NOKAP. YAHUAH.
Atama'Allah.
The guard Yahushua. Water. Amen.
Power, English translation, Yahawah.
Yahawah.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the
The
power.
power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you so big.
Thank you so big. The blessed of Israel. Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
I got SHALAM.
YAHUSHUA.
I got support.
YAHUSHUA.
Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Ba'Shem Yahushua.
The water Amun.
English translation, Yahawah.
Yahawah.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
Israel.
And the school.
In the school.
In the name of
In the
Yahushua.
name of Yahushua.
Thank you so big.
Thank you so big. Power, instructs, and blessings. Barakatah Yahawah.
Barakatah Yahawah.
YAHUSHUA.
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 YAHUAH.
YAHUAH.
YAHAYIM.
YAHAYIM.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Alawap Yahanna.
Alawap Yahanna.
Alawap
Alawap
Yahanna.
Yahanna.
What is Zion?
What is Zayah?
Achaya
Achaya.
Akwapia.
Wa'akwafia.
How about Shem Yahushua?
Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Water Amun.
English translation. Bless you, Yahawah.
Bless you, Yahawah.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angel.
The angel.
Commander General
And
YAHANNA.
the Yahanna.
The general.
General.
The captain.
Captain.
The officer.
Officer.
The troopers.
The trooper.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
In the name of Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Thank you so big.
Thank you so big. Psalms 21:21. Asha'ah.
Aisha.
Ayunya.
Ayunya.
Alahoria.
Ahorim.
Mayun.
Mayun.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Izoria.
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 Ma'ayin.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayu.
Shamayu.
Baratazah.
Baharatazah.
Agadun.
Agadun.
Amawat.
Amawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Aganawud.
Aganawud.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawud.
Yanawud.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yashun.
Yashun.
Shawamor.
Shawamor.
Yashu'Allah.
Yashu'Allah.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Alga.
Aliyah.
Yaminka.
Yamaka.
Yawamun.
Yawamum.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yachaka.
Iraq.
Wairak.
Alayalah.
Malayala.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Shamarka.
Yashmarka.
Makawrai.
Makalra.
Shamor.
Yashmor.
Apnapaska.
Apnapaska.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Shamor.
Yashmor.
THESHADEROOM.
THESHADEROOM.
YAHUAH.
YAHUAH. My third.
I
English translation, Psalm 121. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He would not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Al-Hayyum.
Al-Hayyum.
Al-Damiyalaka. Al-Takarash. Al-Tashikwa.
Al-Tashikwa.
Al-Kayana. Al-Yabika.
Al-Yabika.
Yahamayawud.
Word.
Ra'ash.
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Aimaka. Sawadah.
YAHUAH.
YAHUAH.
Al Tazabawanga.
Oh, because of one Amorwa.
YAHUAH. Wanakakido.
Ogoya.
Yazakor.
Yazakor.
Yashuwa.
Iwoda.
Kaya.
YAHUAH.
Tazawar.
Laba.
Yakabwa.
Alika.
Yathwa.
Aholia.
Adawom.
Yashumai.
Mawaba. Wahagor. Gabor. I'm a one.
Halasha.
I'm the Shabia.
Tazawar. Zawai. Labonya. Salah. Aishalahum. Kamadia. Kasaya. Sawa. Koyabio.
Wanakal.
For Yashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Good.
Bayan.
Dara. Hayawah.
Daman.
Adama. Shagatumwa.
Sayatanwa.
Nadagamwa.
Nagayadwa. Kaira.
Because of Abba.
Wakazaba.
Manahai. Cow Nasiyakuma.
Oh, Nasiyakuma.
Ashore. Amorwa. Nagabashah. Manawak.
Nawat.
Alahayum.
Alahayum.
Shayatumwa.
Gagala.
Quash.
Wapash.
Wabaka.
Wapanyoka. Kaash.
Taba Ira.
Ira.
Wakalaba.
Wakwalaba. Salahat.
Orium.
Karo.
Datma.
Datma. Basa Erica.
Wabasa.
Wapaka.
Tabahalu.
Wala.
Panyahum.
What a word.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Baswa.
Baswa.
Wagul. Bahalwa.
Ahowa.
Ayai.
Ayai.
Kaparwa.
Abadwa.
Agul to Iwa. Kagul Atta.
Yata.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Barka. Ayawun. Al-Ratazah.
Psalms 83, English translation. Keep not thou silent, O Yahweh.
Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies
For lo, thy enemies
make a tumult.
make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They take a crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have
They have
said,
said,
Come, and let us cut them off
let us cut them off.
from being a nation,
Be the nation.
that the name of
The
Israel
name of Israel.
may be no more in remembrance.
No more remembrance.
For they have consulted
They
together
have consulted together.
with one consent.
One consent.
They are confederate against thee,
Confederate against thee.
the tabernacles of Edom,
Tabernacles of Edom.
and the Ishmaelites
Ishmaelites.
of Moab,
Moab.
and the
The
Hagarenes,
Hagarenes.
Gabor, and Amalek, and Amalek,
Amalek.
the Philistines,
Philistines.
with the inhabitants of Tyre,
The inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur is also joined with them.
Also was joined with them.
They have hope in the children of
They
Lot.
have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them
Unto them.
as unto the
As
Midianites,
unto the Midianites.
as to Sisera,
As to Sarah.
as to Jabin,
Jabin.
at the brook of
The
Kishon,
brook of Kisor.
which perished in Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Made their nobles like a red,
The nobles like a
and
ram.
like the air.
Like the air.
Yea, all their princes,
Their princes.
as Zabah
As Zabah.
and as Zalmunna, who say,
say,
let us take to
let's
ourselves
say to ourselves,
the houses of Yahawah
house of Yahawah,
in possession.
possession
O my
of
power,
my power,
make them like a wheel,
them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
simple before the wind,
and as the fire burneth the wood,
fire burneth the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy
by
tempest,
tempest,
and make them afraid
afraid
with thy storm.
by storm.
Fill their faces with shade,
Their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy
that
name.
they may seek thy name.
O Yahawah,
Yahawah,
let them be confounded
be confounded,
and trouble forever.
trouble forever.
Yea, let them be put to shame
Put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may
that
know
men may know
that thou,
thou,
whose name alone
name alone,
is Yahawah,
Yahawah,
art the Most High
Most High,
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
Sorry, need to turn. Oh yeah, sloppy curses, sloppy faces. Add some of these lesson for the curses. Repeat after me. Blessed are you, Yahawah,
Blessed are you, Yahawah,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and earth,
and all things living.
and all things living.
Yahawah,
Yahawah,
in the name of
in the
Yahushua,
name of Yahushua,
Yahushua, listen to us now,
listen to us now,
right now.
right now,
Send evils and
and
curses
evils and curses,
and punishment
and punishment,
and destruction
and destruction,
to the
and
heathen
heathen
that speak against us,
speak against us,
thy
thy
prophets,
prophets,
the teachers,
teachers,
the princes,
princes,
the priests,
priests,
the Israelite
the
brothers,
Israelite brothers,
and the school.
and the schools,
Send evils and
and
curses
evils and curses,
and punishment
punishment,
and destruction
destruction,
to the
and
heathen,
heathen,
and shake
and
loose
shake loose
the treasures of the rich of
the
Israel
treasures of the rich of Israel,
that refuse to give to the
that
school.
refuse to give to the school,
Force their
force
riches
their riches,
to enter into thy sanctuary.
enter into thy sanctuary,
Send evils and
and
curses
evils and curses,
and punishment
and punishment,
and destruction
and destruction
to the
to the
Edomites
Edomites,
and the
and
nation
the nation,
and their drug
and
dealers,
their drug
the
dealers,
court
the
system,
court system,
the prison
the
system,
prison system,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our enemies,
all the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues
Amalek synagogues,
and armies,
and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
the Pope,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity, Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
skinheads,
skinhead,
Posse Comitatus,
Posse Comitatus,
the gay movement,
gay movement,
the lesbian
the
movement,
lesbian movement,
spies,
spies,
workers of witchcraft,
workers of witchcraft,
NASA space
NASA
program,
space program,
Army, Navy,
Army, Navy,
Air Force, Marines,
Air Force, Marines,
Wall Street,
Wall Street,
open up the internet
open up the internet,
and the
and the
airwaves,
airways,
the cable access channel,
cable access channel,
the radio channel.
radio channel,
Convict the spirit
convict the spirit
of any of thy
of
people
any of our people
that seek to stop
that
us
seek to stop us,
and bring swift destruction
bring swift destruction
to all the
to
heathen
all the heathen
that stand in the way
that stand in the way
or
to
try to stop
try
us
to stop us
from broadcasting your word
broadcasting your word
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the
Let
plagues.
loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the
Let
plagues.
loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro
Cause them to go to and
through
fro
the earth
through the earth
and consume them.
consume them.
Let the plagues
Let the plagues
shake the house of the thief
shake the house of the thief
and the murderer.
and the murderer.
Let Yahushua,
Let YAHUSHUA
Michael and Gabriel
and Gabriel
come down
come down
with the flying
with
saucers
the flying sword
and punish all
and punish all
the
the
heathen
heathen
that stand in the way
stand in the way
that come up against us
that come up against us.
as we speak thy
And
word.
speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all.
That it is the angel.
That it is the angel.
That hath done it.
That hath done it.
Cause it to be spread.
Cause it to be spread.
Through the media.
Media.
Through the whole
The
world.
whole world.
Cause them to shake.
Cause them to shake.
At thy coming.
At thy coming.
In the name of
In the
YAHUSHA.
name of YAHUSHA.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Sarge. Sarge means to turn. Your sisters, you Shabian, men of Israel, remain standing. We'll give each other a courtesy salute. Salute the teachers in the congregation. Men of Israel, I Shabbat, I Barak, Yahawah Hashem Yahushua Bakatam. Yajibata, Sarge, mean face the sisters, turn. Sisters, I for sisters in the class, sisters at home, your Shabbat is your right hand clasped over your left. Your feet at a 45-degree angle, your head covered and bowed, and repeat the salute back to us. Men of Israel, I Shabbat, Barak, Yahawah Shema Adatan by Hashem Yahushua. Yajibata, class dismissed. Anybody want to be, any men want to be anointed? Step forward.